everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining us for the magically round number that is episode 200 of In Focus Friday. That's 200 episodes of us taking good close looks at cool things made of gold, silver, platinum, copper. We've looked at 1/40th ounce gold coins, minute tiny little things, all the way up to giant 1 kilo statues of silver. Something for everybody, a myriad of different things featured, and we are now at that magically round number of 200. But that is all down to you guys in the camera here for watching, supporting, sharing, liking, commenting, all of those wondrous YouTube buzzwords, all these last 200 episodes. Whether you joined right at episode 1 and have been watching religiously ever since, or whether you're just joining today, thank you for making this series what it is. I'm really proud of it. I'm mostly proud, though, of all of you guys for watching, listening, and enjoying what we have to say. So today, to celebrate episode 200, not only do we have a wondrous array of lovely Queen's Beastie gold coins, which we featured at some point or another here on In Focus Friday, and I'll tell you for why we're going back over these as we go through, but also I just want to generally celebrate you guys and to give you an update on this series, my commitment to this series going forwards, and what you can expect in the coming weeks, months, and hopefully years to come of In Focus Fridays. So let's crack on by having a look at these 1 ounce gold Queen's Beast coins, which is arguably my most favourite series to date. And it does hark back to when I started here on YouTube back in 2016. And this series was born out of an idea. Well, I say this series, not the Queen's Beast series, the In Focus Friday series was born out of an idea to help grow the channel. So I started In Focus Friday probably about 6 weeks into making videos here on YouTube, and it was an idea to try and get a regular weekly show almost where we have close looks at things made of gold, silver, copper, whatever it might be. And back then it was all filmed on my phone camera. It wasn't particularly good quality, and I like to think that this series does really represent a evolution of the entirety of my time here on YouTube, growing as a creator, growing as a reviewer of coins, as a speaker as well. I've definitely noticed how my elocution has changed quite considerably since starting these videos. And if you look all the way back to episode 1, where we did feature a series of coins, the 1/20th ounce Australian Perth Mint lunar coins, you can definitely see the significant difference not only in quality of production but also quality of delivery, and that is something that's really invaluable. And I want to say a big thank you to you guys, because ultimately making this series is it's not necessarily been about views. You can argue that the coin videos that we make for In Focus Friday garner some of the lowest view counts that we have on our sort of array of different videos. It tends to be that our topical Wednesday videos get the most views, followed up by our sort of poured silver videos on Sundays, and then sometimes In Focus Friday videos can be a little bit low on the view count. But I don't measure the success by how many views we get, and that's solely down to you guys, because I know that from the comments and from feedback I get through emails and everything, that there is a hardcore following of people who watch these episodes of In Focus Friday. You'll tune in and you'll listen to me ramble on about a particular coin, give it a review, and I really love that. I love the fact that you guys are so engaged with this, and it really is very humbling to get that feedback from everybody. And it's a series which I really enjoy making. It's one which means a lot to me, and it's not just about views. It's not just about, I've been accused of making some clickbaity titles on some of my topical videos. I would tend to disagree with some of those. I think the way that you go about critical thinking is very important in life, and sometimes having those critical questions in your mind and then critically evaluating them and talking about them is the way that you develop your understanding of how you want to make decisions in life. But this series has never been about that. It's never been about showcasing something for the sake of showcasing it. It is about an honest, fair look at a coin up close to a camera and just talking about it. And that seems to resonate with a good number of people who come back week after week and enjoy watching what I have to say on coins. And that's really very nice to see. So thank you, and I really do appreciate that. Now, going forward, and I also maybe sort of slight look back as well. So one thing that I did very early on in this series is instigate kind of a voting system. Basically, we would have lined up a number of different things in the future for us to potentially feature on In Focus Friday, and you guys would have a say in what you want to see. And of late, we've not had very many votes on that. We did bring it in a couple of weeks ago, but I felt for episode 200 that we needed to have something a little bit different, something a bit special, hence the 1 ounce gold Queen's Peace series. And so yeah, the voting has been a little bit sparse on the ground. So I want to address that a little bit, because I know a lot of you out there like that, like having an input into what you want to see. And I will put my commitment down here to try my hardest to instigate that again. Now, there's a few reasons why that's fallen off a little bit. We can all understand the obvious reason of being the year of craziness, 2020. It is slightly harder to get hold of these coin releases, these new 2020 coin releases on a regular basis. Shipping has been an issue from various dealers around the world. It takes a lot of time, so it's very hard to prepare. We did get a shipment in a couple of weeks ago where we've showcased some of these coins with votes, but my commitment to you guys is to continue to source cool items, to have your input in them, because the voting on itself is a really good indicator of what things are hot, what are popular, and what can really ignite the passions of people out there watching. So I promise to you that I will try my best and try harder to get more things for you to look at, choose what you want to see and what you want to have in focus here on In Focus Friday. That's my promise to you. Another promise I want to make to you is that this series will continue indefinitely. I absolutely love this series, and as I said, it's not about the view counts. You get regular core audiences of people, and I would rather have a regular core audience of people watching this than have a view count where there are people who are just clicking onto it because YouTube has recommended it to them and they're not particularly interested and they leave after a minute of watching. I would rather get sustained enjoyment from people watching this series, enjoying what I have to say, seeing the evolution of the coins of the series and as it goes throughout its lifetime. That for me is much more satisfying as a creator to have, and that is all down to you guys. So that is my commitment to you, that I will continue to watch to make this series for you guys to watch it. I will not drop it because of the view counts. It's something I enjoy making, and it's something that really harks back to where everything started here on YouTube for us. This series is, in part, contributed quite significantly to the growth that we've enjoyed and seen here on YouTube over these last 4 years. So it's, for me, a series which I never want to let go of, if that makes sense. Now, another question that I know a lot of you will ask is 200. Episode 200 is a very special episode. They were expecting something super special, and I have been dropping some hints over, like 6 months ago, I started sort of saying on some of my episodes that I was going to have something epic for episode 200. Now, again, I don't like using this as an excuse, but sadly the world is just a little bit crazy at the moment. I have in my mind to get something very big, very shiny, and very expensive featured on the channel at some point. Some of you all know what it is. I've talked about it before on live streams. I've talked about it, I think, in a few episodes of In Focus Friday. Comment down below, guess what it is that's on my bucket list. What is number one on my bucket list for me to feature on my channel? I'd love to see what your suggestions are. Now, I had got ideas to do that for episode 200 because it's being a nice round number, but with the world the way it is, that's not going to happen. I am trying my hardest to work out the logistics of getting something very, very big, very, very expensive, and very, very shiny to showcase for you all and to celebrate everything. But that might take time, and we don't know exactly what episode that will be and when it might happen. But my commitment to you is that I will try my best to make it happen. I will get you cool things to look at here, and one of the ways that we might look to do that is by working with some dealers, and I can very, very happily say that there are talks in place with some dealers right now to have a series of really cool podcasts, interviews if you want to call them, and to perhaps also showcase some very cool things. So lots to look forward to on In Focus Friday here, and I have no doubt that we will deliver. I really am committed to that, so that's where we are. You'll notice the Queen's Beastie series is missing one little item. The Greyhound, which will come out at some point. I don't know if that's going to be 2021 or 2020. From memory, I think isn't it 2 per year? Yeah, we've got sort of 2 17s, 2 18s, 2 19s, 2 20s. So it'll be early 21, I think, when the Greyhound comes out. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. But anyway, that will be a very cool finishing coin for the series. At the moment, it just, it irks me that it's not finished. But at the same time, I could be quite sad when this series is finished. So anyway, and for those asking, the box is made by a chap called Alan on the Silver Forum. I don't know if he's still active. I don't know if he's still making these boxes. I will try and remember to put a link to his profile. But if I haven't remembered and you want it, just comment and I'll try and link it down below. So yeah, thank you again to all of you guys out there in YouTube land for watching, for enjoying, commenting, sharing, and everything to do with this series. I really enjoy making it. I am committed to making it for the future. Thank you. And please let me know your feedback on the series. It's always good to get feedback, to see where things are, to get a perspective of. So the problem with this box is it cuts the light out if it's this way around, so you can't see all the coins. I'd love to get your feedback on the series. I'd also love to know when you started watching. I know there's a fair few people who have been watching since the really early days, and thank you for that. But it's always nice to know when you started watching or what item it was that you first saw here on In Focus Friday that inspired you to hit that subscribe button or inspired you to go out and buy that coin. Share with me your first pieces that you enjoyed having watched In Focus Friday. That'd be really cool to see. Otherwise, you guys know what to do. You've been watching this far in. You're a BYB Rambling Society member. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like button and tell YouTube that you like this video. And for whatever reason you're not subscribed and you're watching into 11 minutes and you're wondering what the BYB Rambling Society is, it's my subscribers who watch right to the end of my ramblings and tangents. I know I go off on a lot of them, but anyway, thank you to all of you. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you on the next video, and we'll see you next week, for episode 201 of In Focus Friday. Take care, see you soon, and please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.